Hello, and thank you for tuning into Kentucky Good Vibes. I'm your host, Dishayna Perkins, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing the very talented, internationally known celebrity DJ, entrepreneur, and member of Fleet DJs, which is one of the world's largest DJ collectives, Mr. DJ Drake. How are you today?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
I'm pretty good, pretty good. Thank you for interviewing with me here at Kentucky Good Vibes. And with that being said, who is DJ Drake?
Oh, DJ Drake. Well, you said a lot of it. A DJ, entrepreneur, music producer, remixer, um, entertainment specialist. That's what I
Okay.
am. So,
Okay. Can you give us a brief background history of how it all got started?
whew, I've been DJing for over 25 years. Probably about over 30 years, actually.
Hmm.
Um, got started as a kid. I think I was 13 years old when I started. Got my first set of turntables. Started
Hmm.
at 13. Um, was doing, all the big parties as a kid, the high school parties and grown folks parties as a kid. Went on to college, did all the college parties. And from there, from college, we decided to really branch out and start our own entertainment, music man entertainment. And from that is when I really got deep into DJing big events. We put out music back then, so I was doing shows with Big Daddy Kane, EPMD, Public
Hmm.
Enemy, some of the people back in the late '80s, early '90s, um, and from there ran into the 2000s. Got on terrestrial radio, Hot 93.7, then Power 104, and Sirius XM, like 2008, 2009.
Hmm.
It was around 2000. So I pretty much performed and did things with a lot of artists: Destiny's Child, Chris Brown, Omarion, Keisha Cole, Busta Rhymes. Like 2017, I said, I did all I could do as far as the DJing. I'm ready to make some music,
Hmm.
and I set my mind. Like, okay, within the next 3 years, I want to start putting out music. Then the pandemic hit, and that motivated me even more. Like, okay, we really ain't got nothing to do now. We everybody just
Hmm.
sitting around.
Yeah.
So, I decided to put my first single out in 2020 during the pandemic. And with the success of that, we dropped that second one in 2021.
Okay.
So, and we're doing house music. Like I said, I grew up hip hop and R&B. So
Hmm.
I decided to go in a different genre and try my foot in that.
Okay, cool. So when did you realize, did you realize as a kid that you had a gift for music and DJing, or
I,
um,
I realized early on, early on. By the time I was 15, I realized, okay, I have something here,
did
I
your
can do some things most people can't do.
oh, okay. So did your family, is there a family background of
No,
DJs or music,
no,
no
no. I mean, I
musicians?
come from no, none of that. Obviously, my family are all music lovers. I'm the
Hmm.
youngest of four. So, growing up, at by 7, 8 o'clock in the morning while I'm asleep, that's all I heard was music
Yeah.
blasting. So I think that's what got me, just hearing the music every day, every day, every day. And so no musicians, just music lovers in the family.
Okay. So growing up, what DJ inspired you to do music?
First DJ was Grandmaster D from Houdini.
Oh, cool.
Seen him in 1985. Seen him
Okay.
in concerts with the Fresh Fest, Run DMC, Houdini, and I said that's what I want to do when
Okay.
I seen him. And then the second DJ is my favorite DJ of all time, Jazzy Jeff.
Okay. So you started DJing on a college radio show, what was it,
I
89.3?
started, yep, 89.3. I started DJing college radio when I was in high school.
Okay.
So, yep. I started doing that in high. That's my junior year in high school. I was doing college radio.
And how was that experience like, like getting that opportunity? Like how did that opportunity even come about?
Um, wow. So, you know what? I think I won a DJ battle. I
Okay,
think
cool.
I won a DJ battle, and that really like put my name big in the area that I'm from. And I got approached by two gentlemen that are actually they had a song out. They had a song out, and they also went to the college, Trinity College. So they approached me about coming on their radio show. I came on their radio show one time, and then it was just, yo, we need you to stay. You know, we like what you're doing. Just keep rocking with us. So I did that for a couple of years.
Okay, so you work with some big names in the industry, such as you said DMX and Busta Rhymes, and
Yeah, that's Busta Rhymes on the stage with all of them, you know.
okay. And how was that experience like, you know, and how does it feel to be known as one of today's hottest DJs?
I mean, it feels good. It feels good. I mean, the experience being on stage with them is great. You know, to be able to open up for them, to be able to rock the crowd for them. You know, it's a great feeling. That's what motivated me to want to keep going. Like, you know, after I got off stage from rocking the crowd as a DJ, and to see Busta Rhymes with the energy, or DMX, or Chris Brown, or whoever, that's what motivated me to be like, I want to make music. I want to do more than just DJing.
Okay.
And I can't rap and I can't sing. So I need to make
it's
music.
worth a try.
Right.
Okay. So what has been your most memorable moment this far?
This far. You know what? I'm gonna say perform in 1995, performing on stage in Miami with Wu-Tang.
Oh, cool.
Wu-Tang. That was my most memorable, and it was the Old Dirty Bastard. That's my most memorable. That's the one I always think of when, like, it was just a fun experience just to see Wu-Tang on the stage, just to see how Old Dirty Bastard was, and I mean, that's my most that's the best experience.
So tell us something Google doesn't know about you. He's like, oh.
I don't know too much about me.
I go to church on Sundays.
Right. They might not know that I'm a member of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated.
Okay. Q-Dog.
Q-Dog.
Okay. My stepdad is too.
Okay. No,
Cool.
they might not know that.
Okay. So what would you say has been your overall biggest challenge, like since the start of your career, or if you have any have had any challenges?
You know what? The biggest challenge has been, and I don't know if it's a challenge, or if I made it a challenge, but I would say being from Connecticut.
Okay.
That's been my biggest challenge. Feeling like I could never break all the way through being in Connecticut. I would say that's my biggest challenge. I think with when social media hit, that opened up everything for me, where now I didn't feel hindered for being in Connecticut, you know? I used to have people tell me all the time, you know, leave Connecticut and go to Miami or Atlanta, you'll blow up faster as a DJ. And, you know, I never did it. I stayed in Connecticut. And so I think that's been my biggest challenge.
Okay.
Being able to get to where I need to get to from being here. It's not a challenge now because of social media and everything else.
Okay. So can you tell us about your artistry as an overall artist and the release of your first hit single called Africa?
Yep. So again, I come from a hip hop R&B background as a DJ. I've always known how to make music. Like I said, I'm a producer and remixer. And I got with one of my friends who's an extraordinary producer and writer. And, you know, I'm like, listen, I want to start making music. I'm looking at, you know, DJ Snake, David Guetta, Calvin Harris, DJ Khaled. I want to go in that direction as a DJ. But I don't want to do what I've already been doing my whole life, hip hop and R&B. I want to do something different. And so that's when we decided, let's go the house route. We came up with the single. I did the single Africa first. It's a Afro house instrumental. My producer, my other producer friend came behind me and wrote a song to it. We turned that song into the song that's out now. Just flipped it because the song was so dope. We just he put a new beat under it and we made a new song. So that's my reason for going into that genre of music.
Okay. And you have another song called Going Nowhere?
Going Nowhere. That's the song that he flipped on the song Africa and put words to it. But then we decided, let's just make that a whole new song and put a whole nother beat under it.
And what was the inspiration behind the titles and the song within itself?
Well, the first song, Africa, just the drums on it, the patterns on it, just reminded me of something from Africa.
Mhm.
This song right here, you know, we going nowhere. We want to go more soulful house. So my producer friend that wrote the song, you know, it was really his vision on the song, on how he wrote the song.
Mhm.
So, you know, it only made sense.
Okay. So, do you have any new projects coming up for the new year?
Yep, we're working on the EP now. That should be start releasing another single around February of 2022.
Okay.
Depending on how things go, we're thinking about doing a video for the song we have out now, Going Nowhere, because we're still working that, you know,
Mhm.
as we get to release another song. So that's the vision right now, you know, and just keep pushing and doing these interviews and getting the people to know, you know, there's somebody
Absolutely.
new out here that they need to check for, you know.
Hey. So can you share some words of advice to those seeking to get into the music industry or DJing professionally?
I mean, my advice would be just don't stop. Don't stop. I mean, it's a journey, it's a process. Um, um, Whatever you do, don't give up. Understand that you need to build relationships with people. Relationships are like probably one of the most important things to have in this industry, where you could call people up and say, hey, you know, I got this new project, can you check it out or whatever, and they could send you to the right person. So I would say build relationships with people, um, stay humble.
Mhm.
Whatever you do, there's a market for there's a market for any and everything. I don't care what kind of music you do, there's a market for it somewhere. So figure out who your audience is and just keep pushing.
So how can we support your movement? Like your social media handles and all that good stuff.
Social media, Instagram, I am DJ Drake. That's the
Mhm.
most important one. Instagram, I am DJ Drake, and Twitch. So if you ever want to see me live and
Mhm.
see what I do, you can find me on twitch.tv at I am DJ Drake.
I'm
And that's
DJ.
the best way to catch me. Yep. So if you want to see me live spinning and playing the house music or the hip hop, R&B, whatever it is for that day, that's where you find me at. I'm on Monday. I'm on Sunday through Thursday.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yep.
Well, thank you so much for interviewing with me here at Kentucky Good Vibes. And I know you got to get to your Twitch
Yeah,
videos
yeah,
and
we're about to hit Twitch in a few minutes.
yep. So thank you once again, and I look forward to following up with you soon.
Oh yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you.
All right.